Welcome to our 7:30 beginners class here at my home. We are in my living room doing some yoga today, and it looks like I need to adjust this camera a bit so that I can so that you can see me better, see my mat. See what we've got going on here. I'm going to give everybody a chance to get in. I'm going to back this up a little bit more. Give me a thumbs up if you're here from for our regular. Hi, Lynn. Hey, thanks. Thanks for coming. All right, we're going to get started. I just want to give everybody a moment to arrive because I know that it's kind of hard. We're doing something new. And, you know, we got to figure out the technology and all of that. So thank you. No, I wouldn't miss this for the world. This is what we do. And this is the time when we need to be, really be present with everyone. I think I need to go back a little bit more so you can see my back bends. I hope the lighting is okay. I think I'm going to shut that back lamp because I suspect it might be a little off, a little bit off. Let's see here. And are you going to see my back bends? No, you can't see me when I'm standing, so I got to fix that. Seems like I had a better deal last week or yesterday. The video was a little bit better. Allison, hey, you got me on TV and phone. All right, that's great. I'm gonna slide this over a little. Trying to get you guys trying to get the best view, and I'm not very good at this. So yeah, that looks better. And if I come into Cobra over here or 8-limb pose, I want you to be able to see me. I think it needs to go back just a smidgen more. So, welcome. All right, so we have a situation, right? This is like a new situation that none of us have ever experienced before in our lifetimes, you know, and but I just want to remind everyone that we humans are extremely resilient. We have history, we have science to help us make good decisions, and now we have technology, and I feel really, really grateful that we have all of this support in our lives to help us make good decisions and keep us healthy and safe. And we have yoga to further support our health and our well-being. So we're going to do a flow today that is focused on strengthening the immune system and balancing out the nervous system so that we're not so stressed out, because there has been a tremendous amount of stress surrounding the situation. And, you know, we deserve to be able to relax no matter what our given circumstances are. So with that, I'm going to say, if you have blocks, you can we'll use these for the practice. You don't need to have them. And if you would like to use a substitute, maybe you don't have them at your home, you could use soup cans or stack of books. We'll use them for sun salutations and for a couple of other, for one other pose today. But I will give you options if you don't have anything like that. And then you'll see me use my big red bolster at the end for deep relaxation. And if you don't have that, you could use a couple of pillows, whatever, from your bed or your couches. And again, I'm going to give you, you can always do it without. So there's lots of options for you. I know we're not in the studio with all of the props that we normally have, but that's okay. So we're going to start off with some long, deep breathing. Go ahead and, oh, you know what? I'm going to hook up. I don't know if you can hear me better. The verdict is still out, but I suspect you might be able to hear me better with the mic plugged in. Maybe somebody could give me feedback on that later, whether or not they can hear me better. So you're going to have your legs crossed, and I'm sitting on the edge of a blanket. And if you'd like, you can put blocks under your knees. You don't need to, but you might like to have the blocks under your knees for more comfort. And then we're going to engage the navel, roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and turn the palms up, thumb and pointer finger pads together to touch. And let's close the eyes. Exhale through the nose. And inhale through the nose. Fill the belly, the ribs, and the upper chest. And exhale through the nose. Relax the upper chest, the ribs, and the belly. Inhaling through the nose, filling the belly, the ribs, and the upper chest. And exhaling through the nose, relaxing the upper chest, ribs, and belly. Every time you inhale, feel that you're lengthening your spine. And every time you exhale, feel that you're relaxing your shoulders, your belly, your chest, your sits bones. And continue to breathe in, lengthening the spine. And breathe out, relaxing the body. Keep the breath smooth and silky, and deep and deliberate. Take one more breath like this. Full awareness on the breath. And we'll come to butterfly mudra. So you're going to cross your wrist, hook your thumbs, and then bring the heels of your hand to the center of your chest. Feel the tenderness of your heart. And we're going to chant 3 Oms in just a moment. Ah, O, Um. So just taking a moment before we chant to visualize yourself radiant and radiantly healthy, beaming with health from the inside out, every cell just shining in radiant health. And feel that you're experiencing perfect peace. And feel that you are protected by loving light. And feel that radiant health, that perfect peace, and that loving light is beaming out of you so that now you're shining. Filling your room, and that room is glowing. Everything and everyone in that room is glowing also with this radiant health, perfect peace, and loving light. Your whole room is surrounded by protective, loving light. And allow this radiant health, this perfect peace, this protective, loving light to exude beyond the room, beyond the walls, filling your whole home, everyone in it, every plant and animal, all the food. And you feel that this radiant health, this perfect peace, this protective, loving light is surrounding your home. And your home is just teeming, beaming with energy, shining, luminous light, illuminating the entire area, your whole neighborhood, the whole world. See the whole globe shining in radiant health, perfect peace, protective, loving light. Every human, every animal, every plant, every being. And now we'll chant Ah-O-Um. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and come to stand for some sun salutations. You can clear your mat. And if you are someone who uses blocks, you can certainly use them. I'll demonstrate the first one with the blocks. I'm going to turn this light a little bit in this direction. I think that might help. Okay. All right. So standing at the top of your mat, you're going to have the feet fist distance apart, grounding down through this, all four corners of the feet. Tighten the buttocks, stand tall, tighten the belly, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And turn the palms forward, chin level with the floor. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, relax and let go. imprint in your mind this perfect posture. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. We'll be doing Surya Namaskar, series of 12 movements linked together. So deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, hook the thumbs, reach the arms up, tighten the buttocks and the belly, lift the chest. And then fold from the hips. And line the fingers up next to the toes. You can, again, bring your hands to blocks if that's more befitting to you. You can use the blocks on low or medium or high, depending on what you can reach. And if you don't need the blocks, you can go ahead and touch the floor. Okay? And then we're going to go ahead and step that left foot back, left knee to the ground, sink the hips, pull the buttocks down, lift the chest. Now, if you're not using blocks, you can just stay here in the lunge for another breath. If you are, I want you to bring your right knee back to meet your left and come off the blocks. Don't move them too far away. We'll come back to them. And now everybody will step that right foot back if you haven't yet and lift the hips up. Come back to downward face. Come up into downward facing dog. Pull the belly muscles back. Lift the buttocks. Lift the sits bones. Push down through the heels. Broaden the shoulders. And then come down to your knees. And we're going to round the spine for this first one. And lift the tailbone, drop the belly, open the chest. Tighten the belly muscles. Keep the buttocks up. Shift your shoulders. Be on your wrist. Make sure you pull your elbows back. And bring your chest and chin to the floor. Let me just move those blocks out of the way so you can see me better. And then reach the legs back. Reach the toes back, pubic bone to the floor. Draw the nose, chin, neck, and chest forward. Pull the chest forward, pull the elbows back. And then curl the toes under and lift the hips up. Press the waist long. Imagine I'm pulling your hips back. And press the hands forward. Broaden the shoulders as much as you can. And take a breath here. Now, once again, if you don't use the blocks, that's fine. You're going to stay right here and strengthen in your downward dog. But if it takes you a little longer to come back through your lunge, or maybe this is very new to you, then just bring your knees down first. Bring your hands to blocks. And now everyone will step the left foot forward between the hands. Keep that back knee down, open the chest. Take a breath here. And then curl the back toes under and step the back foot forward. Forward fold, relax your head. Hook the thumbs, reach up, arch back, and exhale, bring your hands to the heart center. Good. We're going to do another round. This time I'm going to come face this side so you can have a different view. And I'll show you one more time with the blocks. Okay? The headless yoga teacher. Ground down and exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, tighten the belly and the buttocks, lift the arms. Think about taller and don't take any pressure in your lower back as you lift your chest up. Exhale, fold from your hips. Again, you can line the fingers up next to your toes. Or if it's better for your body, hands can come to the blocks next to your feet. Right? And then step your right foot back this time and bring your right knee to the floor. Sink the hips, open the chest. Good. And once again, if you don't use blocks, just stay here, deepening your lunge on this side. And if you are using the blocks, you're going to bring your left knee back and come off of your blocks. And then curl everybody. Step back into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and push your hands forward. Broaden your shoulders. Keep picking your belly muscles up and back as you push your buttocks to the wall behind you. Press your heels towards the floor. It's okay if the heels don't touch the ground. In fact, if they are, you're probably stepping too close. Your feet might be too close to your hands. And then let's come down to the knees and pull the belly muscles back, lift the buttocks, open the chest. Now, when we're coming down into the 8-limb pose, don't let the elbows widen like this. You want them to come back. So chest and chin to the floor. Reach the legs back, pubic bone to the ground. Peel your heart off the floor, pull your chest forward, elbows back. Good. And then come back to your downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, lift your hips up, form an upside down V with your body, lifting the hips up higher, broadening the shoulders, maybe moving the shoulders away from the ears, pushing the hands down and forward, picking the belly muscles up, and pushing down through your feet. And again, if you don't use the blocks, then just stay in your downward facing dog, strengthening one more time, pushing down through the heels. If you do use the blocks, or if you're a little more slow moving in your sun salutation, bring the knees down, bring your hands to the blocks. And now everyone step the right foot forward between the hands. Sink the hips, open the chest, and open the heart. Good. Now, step your back foot forward next to your right and forward fold. Push down through your feet, push your thighs back, push your head down. Hook your thumbs, pull your belly muscles up, reach up and arch back, and exhale, hands to the heart center. Good. Take a breath and let go. Okay. We're going to do another round. This time I will do it without the blocks, but you are welcome to use them on your own. Okay? So, exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hook the thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale and fold from your hips. Line your fingers up with the toes. And we're going to step the right foot back and bring the right knee to the ground. Sink your hips, draw your chest forward, knee over ankle. Now I want you to keep the right hand planted on the mat or the block, whatever you're touching, and inhale the left arm up for a little bit of a twist. Look up towards that left hand. And exhale, bring your left hand down. Curl the back toes under. And again, if you're on the blocks, you're going to bring your left knee back to meet your right. And then curl your toes under. Otherwise, just step that left foot back. Lift your hips up into downward facing dog, Adha Mukha Svanasana. Lift the hips. Imagine someone's pulling those hips back behind you and push your chest back towards your toes. And now come down to your knees. Pick up your belly muscles and shift yourself forward. Keep your hips and elbows up, chest and chin to the floor. And then reach your legs back. Draw your chin, neck, and chest forward and up. Pull your chest forward. Pull your elbows and shoulders back. And then curl the toes under. Lift the hips up. Lengthen the spine. Push your hands and feet away from one another. Again, broaden the shoulders. Try to touch the wall behind you with your buttocks. And again, if you're one who likes to take or needs to take a little more time coming back into their lunge, you're going to lower your knees first. And then we'll all look between the hands and step the right foot forward, back knee down. Sink the hips, draw the chest forward. I'm sorry, it's the left foot forward. My bad. Switch. Left foot forward and sink the hips. Now, I think, oh my gosh, I can't remember. And here I am catching the mistake live on TV. Right foot forward. It is the right foot forward. And we're going to root down for that left hand and sweep the right arm up. And go ahead and lower that right hand. Good. We're going to step the left foot forward. Forward fold. Relax the head. Work the thighs back. Hook the thumbs, engage the navel, reach up, arch back. Don't take any pressure in that lower back. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good deep breath in. And exhale, let go. Do one more round. So we're going to start with the left this time. Exhale. Inhale, hook the thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, fold from the hips. Step the left foot back and bring the left knee to the ground. And then bring your hands to your thighs for a little variation. We're going to sink the hips, pull the navel back, keep the hips and shoulders forward. And keep your left hand on your thigh. Reach your right arm out and bring your right hand to your lower back. Now pull your belly muscles back. I'm actually going to give you the side view for this. Pull your belly muscles back and start to turn to the right. Okay. We'll take a few breaths like this. Let me show you the other side, what the other side looks like. Now that might be as far as some of you want to go. If you feel like you have a little more mobility, you can bring that left elbow outside the thigh and bring your right palm to meet it. And then push your spine long and roll that right shoulder back. And then engage the navel and come center. And bring your hands back down to the floor or the blocks. And step back into downward dog. So curl the toes under with the hips up. Broaden your spine. Broaden your shoulders. Broaden your toes. Spread your fingers out wide. And then come down to your knees. Okay. So we're going to work on that 8-limb pose again. Tighten the belly. Pull the shoulders forward. Do not let the elbows splay out to the side. Pull them back. Chest and chin comes to the floor. So you should have 2 feet, 2 knees, 2 hands, 1 chest and 1 chin on the ground for the 8-limb pose. And then reach the legs back. Pubic bone to the ground. Reach the toes back. Root down through the pubic bone, draw the chest forward. Pull the chest forward and pull the elbows and shoulders back. Don't take any pressure in that lower back. And now curl the toes under. Lift the hips back up into downward facing dog. Nice long spine, spreading through the fingers and toes. Push the hands forward, drag the heels back. Take a breath. And again, if you like to bring your knees down first, then you can do that. Otherwise, stay here for one more breath in downward dog. And we're going to bring the knees down and step the left foot forward between the hands. And then bring the hands to the thigh. And bring your left hand to your back. And you're going to turn, looking over your left shoulder. And again, I'll spin so I can show you. So the left leg is in front. You don't have to spin. It was just made for demonstration purposes. And then if you feel like you have more twist in you, you could bring your right elbow outside your thigh and bring your palms together and roll your left shoulder over your right. So using the power of your right upper arm to twist you. And then pull the belly muscles back in the center. Bring your hands to the floor. Step your right foot forward. And forward fold, relax your head. Hook your thumbs, engage your navel, squeeze your belly, squeeze your buttocks, lift up, and arch back. And exhale, hands to the heart. Then relax your arms. And now interlace your fingers behind your back. Widen your feet so they're about shoulder distance apart. And start to straighten your arms. Tighten your buttocks, lift your chest. Don't throw your booty out. Keep lifting your arms and your chest simultaneously. And then keep your hands as they are. Exhale, fold down. Keep rooting down through your feet, drawing the crown of the head towards the floor. Pushing your thighs back and lift your knuckles and your shoulders up. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Keep breathing. And then release the arms. Let the arms dangle. Nod your head no. Nod it yes. And then relax the head. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and exhale. Great. Bend your knees as much as you need to bring your hands to the floor. Again, you can use the help of the blocks here. And step your feet back. Okay. We're going to work with plank pose. So I want you to really be mindful as you come into plank pose so you get the most out of this. So the hands will be under the shoulders, the fingers spread out wide. And then pick up your belly muscles, pull them back, and flatten your lower back. Okay? Now keep your shoulders over your wrists. Don't let them slide backwards and start to walk your knees back. You're going to walk your knees back until you feel your belly gripping, okay? And then see how my shoulders have walked back. So I'm going to really tighten and squeeze my buttocks and belly and pull my shoulders forward of my wrist again. They're still a little bit back, so I'm going to pull back. So right there, strong belly. Keep that lower back long. Don't let the tailbone curl up. Push the tailbone towards the knees. You should feel a lot of gripping right now, a lot of sensation. Now, if you want a little bit more, curl those toes under and squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the hips, and press back. Look straight down. Try to keep those shoulders over the wrist or a little bit behind. Squeezing those buttocks, pushing the tailbone down, drawing the chest forward. Keep breathing here. We're strengthening our core, strengthening our legs. Keep picking up the front of the body. For 5, 4, 3, pick up those belly muscles, 2, and 1, knees to the floor. Bring your big toes together. You're going to open up your knees and press your hips back into Balasana, child's pose. Now, if the forehead doesn't come to the floor, please feel free to stack your hands, make fists with your hands, or put a block underneath your head. The idea here is to keep pushing the buttocks down and back. So your hips shouldn't be up in the air like this to get your forehead to the ground. It's more about elongating your back and pushing back, in releasing the lower back, opening up the hips. So let's take some long, deep breaths here. Good. Okay, from here, let's come down to our belly and go ahead and separate the arms and the legs. Turn the cheek to one side. Take a breath. Relax and let go. And we're focusing on strengthening the front of the body with the plank pose. We're going to focus on strengthening the back of the body now with downward facing boat. So bring the legs together. Interlace the fingers behind your back again. You could use a strap here if you can't reach your fingers, or you could hold a wrist. Okay? And then bring the forehead to the floor. Pull your navel back. Push your tailbone down towards your heels. And begin to reach your thigh bones towards your toes towards the wall behind you, and lift your legs up. Try to keep your big toes together if that's a possibility. And then lift the nose to neck and chest up. Push your chest forward. Pull your shoulders back. Keep reaching your thighs away from your buttocks, your toes away from your knees, lifting your waist away from, lifting your chest away from your waist, shoulders broad, good. Back of the neck long, nice big smile on your face. And we're going to take some long, deep breaths here in Purva now Asana, downward facing boat. Think about tightening all the muscles of your back. Tighten your buttocks, tighten your legs, tighten your back body. You're getting a nice massage in your digestive system here. And awareness is on the entire length of the spine. Keep breathing. Good. Inhale up a little more. And exhale, separate the legs and arms, turn the head to the opposite side, and let go. Feel everything's just relaxed and released. Feel your body breathing and pulsating on the floor. Beautiful. From here, bring your hands under your shoulders and come back to all fours. And I'm going to turn and face you again. And we're going to bring the big toes together and open the knees, press the hips back towards the heels, and draw your chest forward. Draw your forehead towards the floor again, and we're going to walk our body all the way over to the right. So keep pushing your left hip down and back towards your left heel, and reaching your left armpit away from your left hip. And you might be hanging in midair here. You might not be able to get the chest and the forehead to the floor, but if you can, that's an option for you. And then keep pressing the hips down and keep pushing and shooting that tailbone down and back. Nice deep breaths here for this side body stretch. Also working on your digestive system and increasing the capacity of your lungs. And then pull the navel back and reach center. Take a breath. You're shooting that tailbone back as you walk your arms and your torso over to the left. And again, you're going to reach your right hip back. Long, deep breaths here. Keep pushing that tailbone down and back. Belly muscles are slightly engaged to protect the lumbar spine. There's a bit of variation here on Balasana, child's pose. And then engage the navel, center, take a breath. And pull the belly muscles back and roll on up. Okay, we're going to sit on our blankies now. If you're not using a blankie, no big deal. I like to use a blanket though. Helps me to come deeper into my forward folds. And it also makes a nice cushion for my tush. Okay, so extend the legs out and sit on the very edge of your blanket, not the middle. Sit up tall, shoulders up, back and down. And we're going to hug the left knee and open the left knee out. Bring the sole of the foot into the right thigh. Position your right heel so that it's directly in line with the center of the right hip socket. Turn your hips and shoulders to face forward. Engage your navel. Inhale, reach your arms up. Lead with your chest, fold from your hips, and reach your arms as far forward as you can reach them. Place them wherever you can touch, shin, ankle, or your toes. And then once you find your first edge with your hands, take another deep breath in, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold from the hips, relax the face. And let's take some long, deep breaths into the back body here in Janu Shirsasana, the seated single-legged forward fold. As you breathe, breathe deeply into the back body. Keep your hands where they are. I'm going to take a deep breath in and lengthen the spine. Draw the chest forward and then exhale, fold back down. See if you can come a little deeper. And continue to breathe. And then let's engage the navel and hook the thumbs and reach up. And exhale out and down. Let the leg and the shoulder go limp. And let's extend the left leg. You'll notice the right leg's a little longer than the left now. From that extension, the right leg's sitting a little closer to the ground. So let's hug that right knee. Sit up tall. And open the right knee out. Another option here is to put a block if you have a knee injury or tight hips. You can always put a block underneath your knee. Okay. And position your left heel so that it's in line with the center of the left hip socket. Sit up tall, hips and shoulders forward, navel engaged. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And then lead with your chest, fold from your hips. And again, you're going to bring your hands to your foot or your ankle or your shin, and just relax your head. Long deep breaths here in the back of the body. So this pose is focused on two things: your digestive system, which when your digestive system functions properly, you absorb the nutrients better, and that means that you're going to be healthier and more vibrant. And also focuses on the nervous system. So you can feel that it's stretching the back of the body, the back of the leg and the spine. And really let the head go. Hold no tension in the head so that the spinal column can elongate. And so this is very helpful for the nervous system because the nervous system and the central nervous system runs along the spine, weaves in and out of the spine and the hamstrings and the back body. So when we have a healthy nervous system, we experience stress relief. Keep the hands where we are and take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, draw the chest forward and relax the head and continue to breathe like this. You can come a little deeper on each exhale without strain. And engage the navel. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, release the arms out and down. Send the right leg out. And inhale the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, let go. So So while I have you sitting up here, we're going to do a little bit of Kapalabhati breath. So you're going to come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Now, you can put blocks under your knees. We're going to be sitting here for a few minutes, so if you would like, you can put blocks under your knees or pillows under your knees. And we're going to wiggle down into our sits bones, engage the navel, roll the shoulders up, back and down, sit up nice and tall, chin level with the floor. And let's turn the palms up and bring the thumb and pointer finger pads together to touch. Or if it helps you to concentrate, you can feel free to bring your hands to your belly at any point. So just a quick refresher on Kapalabhati. The breath looks and sounds like this. So you're pumping the abdomen and you're focusing only on the exhalation. You're not sucking the breath in. Gravitational force will naturally flow the in-breath into your lungs, so you won't hyperventilate. It's just that your focus right now is the exhalation. You're focusing on jarring the lower lungs with the pumping of the abdominal muscles and the breath coming out, out, out of both your nostrils. Okay, so we'll sit up nice and tall. Exhale through the nose. Inhale a little sip. And begin on my third exhale. Exhale completely. And inhale deeply and deliciously. Exhale slowly with control, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Let the breath be natural. Kapalabhati strengthens the core muscles, improves the digestion again, which leads to more radiant health. And it also purifies the lungs and the sinuses. Great for relieving headaches. So we'll go into round 2 a little bit longer this time. Exhale through the nose. Inhale a little sip. Begin on my third. Exhale. Inhale deeply and delectably. Exhale slowly with control, relaxing, letting go, keeping your awareness within. Unless, of course, you need a tissue. Sometimes when we're cleaning out our sinuses, we need to blow our nose. Last round. Exhale through the nose completely. Inhale a little sip. Begin on my third. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply, deepest breath you've taken all evening, all day. And keep the eyes closed, keep the awareness within as you exhale and slowly begin to feel the subtle energy of the body. Let the breath and the energy flow freely. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Great. So we're going to do a few inversions now. And I need a tissue. So if you don't have a wall, I'm going to give you a couple of options, three different options. So you might want to watch them all. Oh, there you go. That's a nice sound on the mic. I guess this is like reality TV, right? This is reality yoga. So you're going to go ahead. I probably could have took my mic off for that, but I mean, you knew it recording. So if you don't have a wall, maybe you have a couch or even a dresser nearby, you could put your legs up your bed or up the couch like this. Or if you have a wall, it would just look like this with your legs up. Some people might like to even put a block or bolster underneath their back on the wall. Okay. So that's one option. The other option is to, and this would be my preferred option for you. Well, not necessarily. I'd like you to get your hips up as high as you can. So if for those of you that have a shoulder stand practice, you could go ahead and do that as well. Do the shoulder stand. So we want to get some pressure on the thyroid gland. You could use a bolster as well if you don't have blocks. So you're going to go ahead and bend your knees, put your hips up, and place the blocks side by side underneath your sacrum. So you want it to be not underneath your tailbone, not on your tailbone and not on the narrow part of your spine, but on the broader part of your spine, on your sacrum. And then once you get there, you can lift one knee, test to make sure that there's no pinching in your back. And if there is, lower your feet and readjust. And then you can also raise your legs up once you feel comfortable and safe. You can reach the arms up overhead as well. So those are some options for you. And then I want you to focus on your throat, on the pressure of your throat here. And even if you are in a milder version, maybe your hips are on the floor, and that's great if you're on your menses as well, to keep your hips on the floor rather than raising them on blocks. We're all going to focus on the thyroid gland here. And let the eyes close, and I'm going to let the blood and the lymph drain from the feet and the legs and the hips towards the heart and the thyroid gland. And this is for immune boosting and stress relief. Some nice deep breaths here. Not too much effort though. You want to keep the breath deep but easy. The Sanskrit term for this is Viparita Karani, which translates to inverted lake pose. And I actually have a single video explaining. It's a 10-minute video doing just this. If you ever want to just do this pose on your own. There's also a single video on the Kapalabhati breath. I think that's also 10 minutes, explaining it more thoroughly. So, Enough of that. Let's just relax here for a few more minutes. Imagining you're breathing in and out of your thyroid gland, which is located at the base of the throat. Your toes might start to tingle and feel like they're falling asleep, and that's evidence that it's working. So just hang in there. We'll take one more breath here. And let's engage the navel, and we'll slowly begin to bend the knees. Place one foot on the floor and then the other. Now, if you're on the wall, you're going to want to roll onto your side or the couch or whatever you might have been on, the dresser or the closet door. And you're going to tighten your buttocks and lift your hips up. And remove your blocks and set them aside. And lengthen out your legs. Come to lay on your back if you were on your side and relax. Take a deep breath in and let everything go. Just feel the power of your inversion. We're going to go ahead now and bend our knees. Have the ankles underneath the feet about fist distance apart. The knees stacked over the ankles. Bring the palms down by your sides. Pull the shoulder blades under. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull your navel back, push the lower back to the floor. Tighten your buttocks, tighten your belly, and push your hips up towards the ceiling. Try not to turn your head here. Keep pushing your tailbone towards your knees. Keep your lower back long and move your chest up into Satupatthana. Again, you're going to focus on the base of your throat. Still working on boosting our immune system. Long, deep breaths. And then lengthen your spine. Place your upper, middle, lower back to the floor. Lengthen your legs out. Relax. Let everything go limp. Take a breath. And let go. Bring your thumbs, palms down, thumbs under your thighs. Zip the legs together. Press the heels out, toes toward the ceiling. Engage the navel. Push into your elbows and come to sit up halfway. Thrust your chest forward. Open your throat and place the back of the head or the top of the head, depending on your flexibility, on the floor. The ideal is to get the fontanelle, the little baby soft bed on the ground. And smile big here in Matsyasana, fish pose. And once again, we're stretching out the thyroid now. We're pressed on it. In the last two poses now, we're stretching it. Smile to get the happy hormones producing here. One more deep breath into the upper chest. Engage the navel, push into the elbows, come back to that half-seated position, look down at the toes, lengthen the spine, face the upper or the lower, middle, and upper back to the floor. Separate the legs, relax the arms out to the side, palms up, take a deep breath in. And relax, feel the whole body dissolving, letting go. Bend your knees. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock your knees from left to right just to smooth out the lower back. And then keep your knees up. Open your arms out to the side. Keep your belly button engaged. And bring your knees all the way to the left. If your knees don't touch the floor naturally, you can put a block underneath your knees or between your knees. Then you're going to turn your head, your chest, and head to the right. If you'd like to come a little deeper, place your left hand on your right thigh and take some long deep breaths into your lower back here. One more breath. Maybe you can find a little more space to twist on your exhale. And then release the hand, engage the navel, bring the knees center. Keep the knees up close to your chest as you bring the knees all the way to the right. Keep your left shoulder on the ground and turn your chest, your shoulders, your head to the left. And again, if your knees don't naturally touch the floor, you can put a block underneath your knees or between your knees. Or to come deeper, you can place your right hand on your top thigh. Your lower back long, and practice long, deep breathing. In and out through the nose. I know sometimes if you're stuffy, that's hard, but just do the best you can. Release the arms. Take one more deep breath in. And out. Engage the navel. Bring the knees center. Hold the shins. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your nose towards your knees. If you can bring your hands a little closer or hold one wrist, do so. Hold the breath out for 3, 2, 1. Keep holding your legs as you inhale, lower your head. Bring your chin level with your chest. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, pull the thighs in toward your belly. And strong belly, lower your feet. Lengthen out your legs. Separate your feet about mat width apart. Your arms down by your sides, palms turned up. Take a deep breath in here. And release from head to toe. You are more than welcome to stay right here and not move an inch. But if you have pillows or blankets you might like to use for our yoga nidra, then please go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and join you. So, usually when I'm at the studio, I'm sitting up and guiding you, but that seems a little different when I'm not sitting in front of you to watch for the cues I need to give. So I'm going to put a bolster underneath my knees. Your body temperature might cool, so you might like to put a blanket underneath you or cover yourself up in a blanket. I'm actually going to grab an extra pillow on my head and cover up in a blanket. You want your feet to be shoulder distance apart or wider, and the arms down by your sides. Once you get all bundled up. You guys could, hey, listen, some of you have requested that you just stay there sleeping, and now you're home, so you can actually do that if you want. But you know that if we were at home, I'd say, if we were in the studio, I'd say, please don't fall asleep. I'm going to get some music going for us. So go ahead and start making any final adjustments you need to make. And let's go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold the breath. Take another sip in and hold it. And take another sip in and hold. And exhale, let it all go out your mouth. Allow yourself to feel at peace. And just witnessing, bringing your awareness, your presence into your feet. Bring your awareness and your presence into your legs. Bring that same awareness and presence into the pelvic floor. Bring that awareness into the hips and the buttocks from the inside out. Feel the spinal column from the inside out. And let that awareness spread across the back muscles. Feel the softness and the openness of the belly, of the chest. Bring the awareness into the palms and fingers of your hands. Be fully present with your arms. And for a moment, feel your shoulders. Feel the neck and throat. And feel deep into the facial muscles. Feel the face from the inside out. No need to make any certain facial expressions. You can let the brain float back towards the back of the head. Feel the entire layer of skin. You can feel the hair that coats the entire body. And give this whole body permission to completely relax. Experience radiant health, perfect peace, and the loving light of protection. Bring the awareness to soft and naturalness of the breathing body. There's no need to try to make the breathing happen. It's happening for you. It's happening on your behalf. If it didn't, we would never be able to sleep because we'd always be focusing on not forgetting to breathe. Just trust. Let that breath happen naturally. Feel the gift of your breath flowing into you and from you. Let your mind be at ease. If any thoughts come, just let them drift on by. There's no need to cling on to any thoughts or even finish them as they enter your mind. For the next few minutes, there is no thought you need to think. There is no person or personality you need to act out. For the next few minutes, there's no place you need to be. No role that you need to fill. Nothing you need to do. But just rest inside of you. For the next few minutes, just taste your sweet existence.
So, if you'd like to start getting up now, you can begin to mindfully roll onto your side and just rest there in silent reverence for yourself, for your wisdom to practice self-care, self-love, self-maintenance, self-healing. And know that every time we take care of ourselves like this, every single human being that interacts with us benefits, because we can more fully show up to life and love and peace and kindness. And again, if you'd like, you can begin to sit up. And come to a comfortable cross-legged position on a pillow or your blanket or what have you. And bring your hands to your heart center, your thumbs to your sternum. And we're going to chant our peace sloka 3 times tonight. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, which means may the entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. We'll chant the first one for ourselves, the next one for our loved ones, and the last one for all of the people of the world and for this planet, Mother Earth. So, lengthening your spine, exhale, inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. And once again, visualize yourself, your home, and the whole planet in radiant health, perfect peace, and loving, protective light. Namaste. Bowing your head to your heart. The divine within me honors the divine within you and knows that we are one. So I miss seeing you all in person, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. I have sent out surveys to my mailing list about how long the studio should be offering online classes. And I know that some people have asked me, hey, I'm not in your regular classes, but I'd like to attend your online class, and how can I contribute? And I did include a link below to make a donation if you would like to do that. Also, like to let you know that I will probably be online again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. with a sweet and gentle yoga class. So I hope to hear from you. And if you could like the class, that would be helpful, and make a little comment and let me know if the class was helpful for you tonight. I would appreciate that. Sweet dreams.
Oh, hi, Lauren.